Hello friends, Assalamu alaikum and welcome back. Alright, so reinforcement learning, the third subcategory of machine learning. We have to talk about this reinforcement learning now. To be honest, this would be a very brief review of this technique, um, but we can talk about this in detail in another video as well. But because this is a part of that course, so that's why it is important to just briefly go through some stuff. And of course, you can also use deep learning for reinforcement learning. It's interesting to briefly talk about how reinforcement learning works. So reinforcement learning is about a series of actions. So here in this case, on this is our drug design problem, where we want to design a small molecule. So let's say we have our current state like this. So that's usually a current state in the environment. So the current state is that we have this benzene ring here, as you can see, and the agent sees this current state and then has to take an action on it. So here the action would be to add this small chemical group to it, so this methyl group to the benzene ring, and this would be then updating the environment, and that will be updating the new next state. So it will then look like that. So we'll have the benzene ring with a methyl group attached. So the agent is part of the reinforcement learning program that updates the current state, and it has access to the environment. And it takes one of the possible actions, and obviously that will be also a reward for taking this action and modifying this environment. So this is like going over multiple rounds until you would have for example a complete small molecule. And in other areas, you can also think of designing a chess game with reinforcement learning, where each move in on the chessboard would be one action taken by the agent, and then you take these multiple actions and there will be a delayed reward. In the end, it's all about winning or losing the game, and then based on that you optimize taking these actions. So maybe a more concrete example would be I don't know, StarCraft 2. So that's a video game. You probably I'm not sure, maybe you haven't played it. I actually played it a long time ago, but yeah, it's a game where there are a lot of things going on at the same time. It's very complex, lots of things and lots of possible actions going on there you can take at any given moment. And recently, a few years ago, DeepMind started working on designing reinforcement learning for StarCraft. So here, of course, the goal is not to design the world's best StarCraft player. I mean, it's a sub goal, but ultimately you want to develop reinforcement learning systems that can sorry, generalize to other things, maybe self-driving cars or other more important things. But yeah, impressively, I think the current state of the art in StarCraft 2 is that they were able to beat most of the world's best player, well, human players. So it was actually pretty impressive given how complicated this game is. So many different actions going on and things going on. So in that way, that was actually pretty impressive. Alright, so this was just a short note on reinforcement learning, but we won't be going into much detail in this course about reinforcement learning. So see you in the next video.